Now, having said that, we've got two dogs on the course. Who have we got there,
I
Graham?
think it looks as though we've got Gemma Haycock and we've got Richard Wagner, I think, has come in as a late replacement.
Well, Richard Wagner, this is not making a lot of sense to me, but we've got Richard Wagner and Gemma Haycock.
Oh, it looks like we've got Kate Sutton. Beg your pardon, we've got Kate Sutton and Richard Wagner.
So it's the second competitors. Gemma's obviously taken her bye. The first one, I did say we're only going to have first line. So always nice to start with a bit of confusion. But we've got a Pomeranian and we've got a Cavalier King Charles. The Cavalier King Charles has won that very comfortably. And we're seeing the two dogs on the course there. And that means that the Cav, you can see Natasha pointing to the Pomeranian as the winner. The Pomeranian is the winner of that one. We'll have to concentrate very hard on what's happening here. So now we've got two more dogs coming in. We've got Pepsi, which is a poodle cross with Michelle Griffiths. And we've got no, we haven't, I beg your pardon. We've got Ray Amps with Arnie, which is a terrier cross, 3-year-old terrier cross. And Michelle on the side furthest from the camera will go off towards your left. And Ray Amps with Arnie, his terrier, will go off towards the right. It ought to be self-explanatory, but do keep watching. We will try to sort out what you're seeing. Off they both go. So it's Arnie against Pepsi. And the faster dog, without any doubt, is little Pepsi, the poodle cross.
Oh, he's catching up quick, isn't he? Look at it.
And the jump is out. They've got to come out to the side, but there is no question that Pepsi is winning this one at the moment. Michelle Griffiths, there they are into the finish. Faultless. Applause from Natasha. Wait for what Natasha points to. She will indicate the winner. We won't declare. There it goes. She's pointing to the winning dog, which is Pepsi, the poodle cross. So Arnie's gone out. My word, I'll bring you in a second, Graham. This was very confusing at the start, but it's a grand competition. It is a knockout. So the two winners we've seen so far, they'll compete against each other in the next round.
They will, that's correct. It's very confusing, very fast, very exciting. It really is great fun. The dogs love it, and of course they've got another dog they're racing against, and they know, and it really does boost it. This is a bit of a fun event, but it's still very serious. They want to win this. Right,
we've got Mishu, which is a miniature poodle, 6 years old, against Amy the Cocker Spaniel, which is also 6 years old. Alijiana Badley from Audley in Cheshire against Cheryl Tustain from Banbury in Warwickshire. This little Cocker Spaniel, Amy, just ahead, I think, as we look at it now. Just going over the A-frame, yes, quicker than the poodle. As long as they're not making mistakes. There are two judges out there following this round. Is it Andy Hudson out there as well? Is he checking it?
He was our championship judge. Yeah, we've got two judges.
So we've got two judges checking it, and they have to agree. And it's the Cocker that has won that one. Amy Aliana Badley from Audlem in Cheshire. They're the winners. So two more dogs coming in. Martine Waite with Diddley from Dartford. This is a crossbreed terrier, 7 years old. And then Eleanor Balkin with Igloo, another crossbred spaniel.
So Kennel Club rules apply. Just the same as the big competitions here, Peter. So they'll gain faults just as way they did before. So keep an eye on the judges as well to see if they've made a mistake.
Time is taken into consideration if there's anything that approaches a dead heat, I suppose. But they don't have to worry about that at the moment. It looks as though this little terrier cross is winning at the moment. I think Diddley.
Yeah, and unfortunately Ellen has been picked up in elimination as well. It's all happening out there.
My word, you do have to keep your eyes on it, don't you? And the winner is Diddley. Martine Waite. Then we've got Vanessa Leighton from Billericay in Essex with her dog Archie, who's a miniature poodle. You just picked that one out very clearly. It's an old one too, 10.5 years old. And Odette Foster from Bedford with Minor, which is a little Jack Russell bitch, also 10.5 years old. Well matched in age.
It'll be quite a close thing, I should think. This poodle, they both go really well for their age. I tell you, it's just a really great advert for how fit and healthy it keeps these dogs, Peter.
Well, 10.5 is a good age for these dogs, isn't it, to keep competing? Look, they're having such a good time.
Look at the speed of that poodle.
An
Wrong end of the
elimination from the
tunnel.
poodle. So easy for them, isn't it? Oh, and they'd have faults on the weave as well if they were still scoring them. But that means a nice little run around for the Jack. The Jack can just tootle round and win it comfortably. No mistakes. Oh, it's just
well,
got
as
an
I say, what
elimination.
happens is, Peter, they keep marking them, even if they've been eliminated, they keep marking them, because if you have 2 eliminations, and now it's going to be down to the judges. They're going to go and confer, you see now. And
the judges talking to each other. They each made mistakes there, and it's been given to the Jack. The Jack Russell takes that, but both got eliminations on the course.
We've got a couple of tiddlers now, Peter.
We have got a couple of tiddlers. Merlin is the Papillon with Denise Welsh from Hailsham in East Sussex. The dog's just 2 years old and should be pretty quick, I would think. And Hilary Bowden with Smarty, another 2-year-old, Jack Russell Terrier. They aren't chosen for their age, are they, to go against it? It's a fair draw.
It's absolutely, yeah. I mean, as I say, you looking at some of these dogs go, you can't tell their age anyway.
These are real babies, aren't they?
The Terrier's picked up an elimination for wrong course.
And the Papillon's going well. Just needs to keep on going and will win this easily. Speed ceases to be important at this point. As long as they get the right course for the finish, it's the Papillon that wins. Elimination, as we said, for the Jack.
And it's the Pap that goes through.
It is Denise Welsh and the Papillon that goes through. And underneath, you have lots of supporters.
This is it is actually a lovely idea, isn't it, this circular competition. I've seen them many times before, and they do have a wonderful time. We've got Lisa Bailey with Quiz, her Sheltie, 7 years old, and Ian Balkin with Lucy, which is a little terrier cross there. A noisy terrier cross too. Well, Quiz the Sheltie, very fast, but my word, I was saying very fast, there's very little in it at this point.
Always a bit of a mix-up at the weaves for Ian there.
A fault for Lucy. So the Sheltie, and a mistake there, the 2 faults. Who's going to be first over the line? Well, we'll have to wait and see what the judge decides. Looks like Quiz has won it, but the judge is going to confer yet again, and it's Quiz. Lisa Bailey and Quiz are the winners. Ian Balkin and Lucy are out.
Don't blink or you miss it, Peter.
I blinked a couple of times and I did miss it. It's wonderful stuff. Hope you're enjoying this wherever you are watching in the world, whether it's very early in the morning, very late at night. We're here at the NEC in Birmingham at approximately 1:45 Greenwich Mean Time, and we're having a great time. There must be 6,000 or 7,000 people in this arena watching this. Barbara Edlin with Tally the Sheltie against Lucy with Colin, the Yorkshire Terrier from Essex.
I shouldn't say this, but Colin's my favourite. What a great name for a dog, Peter.
Colin, yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? I don't think Colin's going to win, though. This Sheltie's fast. Young Tally. But the Yorkie's doing very well.
Attitude on legs, this Yorkie.
This is close. I think it's just going to go to the Sheltie. Yes, the Sheltie wins.
Poor old Colin.
Oh, not Colin. We shouldn't laugh.
He is. I tell you what, for a Yorkie, you don't see too many Yorkies in agility, Peter, but he is attitude. Look at him on his lead now. It's just
it's nice
fantastic
to see a Yorkie, not in that sort of long show trim, being just a dog.
Brilliant. No,
absolutely wonderful.
Really
Chris Park's got Amy. This is the miniature poodle on the far side. Dave Howard's got Ziggy, the border terrier, on the near side.
Should be pretty evenly matched, I would think.
Miniature poodle's very young, just 2. The border's 6. And 5 penalties for the miniature poodle at the moment.
The border terrier's catching up. The poodle,
oh dear,
they have to give way. The dog that's been caught up, the rules of the road say.
And they've both got penalties now, but she has to give way.
Yep.
Which she's done. So the border terrier is going to win this, though they both got faults. Border terrier finishes. The Ziggy will go through, and the miniature poodle has to finish the course and has been eliminated. I can see Natasha indicating the elimination for, must be a wrong course, I suppose. Well, there they go. And the winner, our little border terrier. I love border terriers, aren't they? They're very cute. As our next two competitors come in. I hope you're following all this because we're having immense difficulty. Great fun. Jo Edwards with Weasel, her 6-year-old terrier cross, and Christine Stratford with Popette. Popette is a Staffy cross, 8 years old. Weasel got sort of almost hurled into that one. Picked up 5 penalties. The Staffy's going very well and catching up. Now Weasel's going to have to get a move on. Oh, it's going to have a Staffy off its back end. Oh, it's gone the wrong way through this. Eliminated, wrong course. So it doesn't really matter what Weasel does. Oh dear. The Staffy thought it was breakfast.
And the problem was she didn't see him coming, so...
Oh dear. I said he'd catch up. Anyway, the Staffy finished first and will win. I don't think they don't get penalised for intimidating their opponent. Oh dear, my word. The great thing is, I mean, the dogs get so excited. They don't fight.
No, they don't. They do get very excited, but that's a classic example. I mean, really, all they were going to do was play with each other.
That's right. Yeah. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. We've got Gillian Barrett with Candy, the Papillon on the far side. We've got Wendy Fassan with Cruz, the Jack Russell Cross Collie on the near side.
I think we've had a bit of a false start here, Peter.
Oh dear.
Oh, have we?
Oh dear.
Not quite sure
Well,
what
we
happened
might get it. We might get a catch-up collision here, as the Jack Russell catches up with the Pap, having to give way,
very
as you said.
very polite.
Yeah. Very polite. The Pap's not that happy, is she?
It's a big ask for some of these dogs if they haven't competed indoors before. It's a
And with such a it's a
atmosphere.
massive crowd. They've never seen anything like this.
But the most important thing, Peter, as you're very fond of saying, it's all about going out there and having fun, taking part and enjoying yourself. And he's a little unsure, but she's giving him plenty of encouragement.
The poor little thing is, you can see the tail's held down. It's not that happy doing this, not with all these people.
But you notice she's not forcing him, she's
No,
just asking
saying,
him to
come
do
on,
it.
that's it, and
I'm
he's
sure
going.
he'll get a big kiss and a cuddle when he's finished.
Yeah, well, she will because he's a bitch. But there we go. So the Pap goes out, the Jack Russell Cross stays in. My word, fast, furious, probably somewhat insane. Jessica Smith and Poppy has the Sheltie, beautiful red and white Sheltie, an absolutely beautiful colour, 6 years old. And Pauline Prince has Tinker, a miniature poodle, 6 years old. Two little bitches, these. Jessica comes from London, Pauline Prince from Leighton Buzzard in Bedfordshire.
Both into the weaves at the same time, so this one looks as though it's going to be fairly close.
Having to watch the judges on each side to see whether there are any faults, but this is good. You get a very good picture there, seeing where they are on the course. They both came out of the weed more or less at the same time. I think the poodle, was ahead. I don't think it is now.
Now it's going to be close.
It's going to be very close. Here they come for the finish.
She's missed a jump. The poodle's missed a jump.
The jump was missed, and now a wrong course. It's going right, going through anything.
Well, she thinks she's going back the other way.
Yes,
I think,
yeah, wonderful. Oh, bless. There we go. It was very close, but the Sheltie wins. And the miniature poodle goes out. Just two more pairs to go. Amanda Spinks from Fakenham in Norfolk with Thornton, a miniature poodle. This is just about 3.5 years old. Ian Armstrong's got Paris, another poodle, 6 years old. So two black poodles. It's going to be lovely and easy to identify here.
Battle of the poodles,
have to look at the handle. Amanda Spinks versus Ian Armstrong. Thornton just ahead of the game. That's Amanda Spinks' dog. But they're pretty level. In fact, I think that Paris has caught up. If they're faultless,
she's down.
Oh dear, Amanda, get up, girl. Get up. She's eliminated. Now, you're not eliminated for falling over, but something went wrong. They must have taken the wrong bit of course. I didn't see it.
I was more concerned for the handler just
yes,
for a moment
absolutely.
there.
I missed that as well. It just shows all sorts of things can happen here, but Amanda Thornton goes out, Ian Armstrong.
And you saw there on the replay the dog
through.
taking the jump from the wrong direction. That's really unfortunate, but she's okay, or she's limping a little bit, but
Yeah, she would have taken the wrong direction there because poor old mum fell over.
most inconsiderate.
Yes. Rue Baker with Kiki, a miniature poodle, 4 years old, against the collie cross, Jeanette Tandy. Well, these collies do tend to be very quick.
Looks as though it's had its legs cut off, but this is a cracking little dog, really. Just absolutely seems to glide across the ground, this collie.
What's it crossed with, a corgi maybe?
I don't really know, I'm not sure. Look at this little poodle going now.
5 faults, had to go through the weave again. Got it right the second time. Being caught by the poodle, which is going very well now. If Rue Baker can keep this together, then they're going to win very comfortably. Yes, they have.
Really
Miniature
well
poodle,
done.
very well done.
No, I haven't seen much of that little poodle before, and I have to say I'm quite impressed.
Nice.
Yep.
Very neat. Very neat.
That's the end of the first round, I think, Peter. Are we going to draw breath?
Whew, blimey heck. Well, yes, we'll draw breath. We've got, this has to be reduced down to just 2. We've had 16 gone, so now we're going to reduce it to the final 8. Well, we've had 32 gone, and we're down to the last 60.
Seems like 64, actually.
There weren't 64. You can't count, Graham.
So judges are comparing notes in the middle, obviously telling each other jokes, I think. Look at that.
Yeah, concentrate, Natasha. Yes, Gemma Haycock from Wellingborough with Harry coming out into the ring now. This Border Collie Bichon Frise cross, 8 years old. I haven't seen this before because it didn't compete. Got a bye through to this round. We thought she was going to run, but she decided against it. And Kate Sutton with Fen, the Pomeranian.
Yeah, what happens normally, we've had some confusion. They normally, if time allows, let the dog that gets a bye run just to see the course, but the clock
Today
is on.
they didn't. So it's the Pom versus the Border Collie. The Pom's fast. The Border Collie is probably just a little bit quicker, but has 5 penalties already. Natasha's got her hand up there. So clear rounds dominate. If you go clear, you will beat anyone who's got 5 faults. And the Pom is going clear. She's also going faster.
And she's going quick, yeah, lovely little
The Pom's won that. Fen, this little Pomeranian. Isn't that a happy little dog? Look at that. So, it's wonderful. I love seeing these small dogs taking part in this. Michelle Griffiths now with Pepsi, her poodle cross, against how's this pronounced? Aligiana.
Yes, I think that's as close as we're going to get, Peter, between us.
Algiana Badley. Not seen her before, don't know her. Audlam in Cheshire she comes from. Amy is the Cocker Spaniel, 6 years old. The poodle cross is Pepsi, 7 years old. A Cocker against a miniature poodle, or poodle cross. Poodle's very fast.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to watch the judges' hands here because they will be watching for the mistakes, and there aren't any yet. These two are very good dogs, both of them. My word. You can't. No.
Commentator's curse.
Well, they were good dogs.
Oh, dear.
But 5 penalties for a refusal on that by the poodle cross, and the slower Cocker has gone through to the next round. Algiana Badley and Amy go through to the next round. Good stuff, this knockout,
It's
isn't it?
fantastic, as you say. It's a bit tortoise and hare, but as you say, both really lovely dogs, and they're all out there having a great time. So on to the next
And
pairing.
the competitors all know each other inside out, don't they?
They do,
For the
just
most
about.
part.
Week in, week out, we compete against each other. Depends how far apart in the country we are, but yeah, there are shows just about every weekend of the year.
Well, we've got Diddley, the Crossbreed Terrier, and Minor, the Jack Russell Terrier. 10.5-year-olds against 7-year-old. The white Jack and the Crossbreed Diddley. And it looks as though Diddley is the faster dog. Only just though. Oh, they've got a 5.
I think that's
That was-
actually
yes,
could be
wrong
10, Peter,
course.
but we'll have to wait and see as we go on here.
And the winner is the Jack. No, it isn't. The white one, Diddley. No, I beg your pardon. Diddley. Just need to check that. Graham, which one won that? Well, it was the white dog that won.
Definitely the white dog, yep.
And we think that the white dog was Minor, the Jack Russell Terrier. We think.
Yep.
With
We'll double
Jeff
check that
Foster.
in just a moment.
We
for
will
you.
check that in a minute. We think it's Denise Welsh with Merlin, the little Papillon you saw earlier, Lisa Bailey with Quiz the Sheltie. These two, I'm not going to say they were very good. They were rubbish.
No, but they'll get better and better because A, they know the course, Peter, and
Oh, fault there.
better and better, and then one makes a mistake.
And Natasha did not signal that fault.
Over the A-frame.
Very
She
much
didn't
depends
signal
on,
the fault. But it does look as though the Sheltie Quiz is going to win this. Ooh. Well, they didn't. I think it's going... She's given it to the Sheltie.
Giving it to the Sheltie.
Lisa Bailey it is who goes through. Mid-dog Gypsy Rose will go through.
She's given it to the Sheltie.
Barbara Edlin.
Now this is Barbara Edlin with Tally. That's Sheltie again. With the Border Terrier, Ziggy with Dave Howard. Dave Howard on the near side. Barbara Edlin and Tally on the far side. Sheltie versus Border.
And the crowd are absolutely loving this, Peter. The atmosphere is electric here in the arena. It's
They
having
cheer
a
them on.
great time.
I mean, they're quiet at the start of each run, and it builds, doesn't it? They get very excited. Oh, faults there for the Sheltie.
and faults.
Faults for the Border
Yep.
Terrier. And they were about level on the course. So I reckon the Sheltie's ahead. Now another fault for the Border Terrier, and now an elimination. Because they got the fault and they didn't go back.
So we just need to wait for some confirmation.
The Sheltie will win it.
Yep.
Yes, the Sheltie's won it. Natasha indicates. So that's Tally goes through, Ziggy goes out. And the next two are in there straight away. Christine Stratford with Popette, with Staffy Cross bitch, 8 years old. If you remember, caught up the other dog.
He'll probably go a bit
Caught
quicker
up
trying to
little
catch
weasel.
this dog up as well this time. So
Wendy Fassam has a Jack Russell called Cruise. So it's Jack Russell versus the Staffy Cross. Jack Russell now on the nearest to the camera as you're looking at it
And they're
there. And the
both clear at the
Staffy over
moment.
the other side. It's coming round. They're about even Stevens. Yeah, they're pretty level.
oh, I think
Oh, I
Wendy's
think-
got a slight lead here at the
Yes,
moment.
they have. Oh, the fault.
faults.
I think in any case that the Jack would have won it. Wendy Fassam and Cruz go through. They would have won it anyway. They were quicker.
Confirmed by Natasha. So it's Cruz that goes through to the next round.
Good fun, isn't it? She's enjoying
She is enjoying it. But I have to tell you, Natasha hasn't been too well this morning, but I think this is...
This is going to cheer her up,
I think
make
it
her
is.
feel much better. Now I think we've got, I'm minus a sheet here, so we're in trouble. Jessica Smith and Poppy. Whoops. Well, this is all over the place, this particular one. But little Sheltie over on the far side against Amanda Spinks and Thornton, her miniature poodle.
The poodle decided it was going to go and get the other dog's lead, I think.
Sheltie clearly in the lead at the moment. Now, you said you liked this little poodle first time round.
I did,
but I
yeah,
think they've
well,
blown it here.
I
I
should
don't
know
think
better.
there are any faults on the Sheltie. They finished.
People who know me know that if I fancy a dog, then that puts the kiss of death on it, though, Peter.
Absolutely.
And it's the Sheltie that goes through.
Sheltie does go through. So was that Poppy, the Sheltie? Is that Jessica Smith there? And now, again, I'm minus one sheet. But we've got Rue Baker from Hinckley with Kiki and Ian Armstrong with Paris, the poodle. Miniature poodle against poodle. Paris versus Kiki. And it's Kiki nearest to on this side, coming down this side of the course as you're looking at it there. They're calling it Kira in the ring. Actually, it's got a pet name beyond that, which is Kiki. I think they've got faults. Yes, they have.
Look at this little
We've got
brown
at least
poodle
5.
move. Absolutely flying.
Yeah, it's going like mad, but they've got faults. And so it'll be the black poodle that wins. It's Paris that wins. Ian Armstrong and Paris.
It's Ian Armstrong that goes through. Rebecca faults, so it's Paris who goes through. Well done, Ian Armstrong and Paris.
Ian Armstrong and Paris go through. So now we are down to the last 4 pairs. We're into the semi-finals, if you like. Kate Sutton and Fenn. That's the Pomeranian against Algiana Badley with the Cocker Spaniel Amy. The Pom is very, very fast. It's a very little dog, remember. They're about level on the course at the moment. Pom's really got to run its legs almost off to get around this course. And it's going to be the Palm, I think. It's going to be the Palm. It is.
Well
just
done.
My word, what a lovely finish.
Yep, and it is confirmed. It's the Pom that goes through.
Oh, well done to Algiana with her cocker, but not good enough. Fenn goes through. That's the little Pom. Now we've got Odette Foster with the Jack. Well, we haven't got them yet. They haven't come out yet. It's turning around so fast, this event. A little pause there. We're waiting for Odette Foster to come in with Lisa Bailey and Quiz, and Odette Foster with Minor, her Jack Russell. Here they come. This was the dog we got confused about earlier. This is the white dog, the Jack Russell there. That's called Minor, 10.5 years old, against Quiz, the Sheltie, 7 years old. Lisa Bailey from Basildon in Essex with Quiz, that's the Sheltie. Odette Foster from Bedford with Minor, which is the white Jack.
And of course, Minor's Kennel Club name is My Owner's a Twit.
Did it write it itself, do you think?
I think it. No, I don't know. I'm not going to comment on that.
Clever little dog. My Owner's
So anyway, the
a Twit.
Sheltie looks as though it's got a bit of a lead here.
But
Oh,
it's going to be eliminated because it went the wrong way through the tunnel. It was ahead. It was ahead. And a clear round will win every time, and it does. So the Jack goes through, Minor goes through, Quiz goes out.
So now this is going to test the owner's fitness as well, because they get a shorter turnaround. So the less people in each round, the quicker they're going to have to come back in. But
Yes, no concessions made to the last one, but of course the final is, well, my word, it's going to be on us in no moment. 2 pairs to go in the semi-final. Barbara Edlin and Tally, that's the Sheltie on the far side, against Cruz, the Jack Russell Cross, with Wendy Fassam on the near side. Wendy wearing the red. We know we're getting to absolutely the nitty-gritty here. The dogs were fast in the first round. They won through. Now they know the course. There's a fault there, though, with the Sheltie. Tally made a mistake. No mistakes.
and Wendy's clear so far.
No mistakes with Cruz. So Wendy goes through. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I thought
there was a fault on each side there.
Yeah.
So
I thought Natasha was going to give it the other way for a minute, but Wendy Fassam and Cruz, they go through to the final.
see Natasha
the
out there.
next round.
She's having an abs every time we look at her, and the camera catches her. She's smiling. She's
Yeah.
such a great girl, I tell you.
And a brilliant handler.
Absolutely.
And
In fact,
trainer.
they both are actually.
Yes, we should say, I think we have mentioned it once already, but Andy Hudson is the other. He's the championship judge here this afternoon, but
And he runs
assisting on this.
runs a fabulous little Sheltie himself, so very successfully.
Ian Armstrong and Paris again have come in. We're against Jessica Smith with Poppy, the Sheltie.
It's getting important, getting very important.
This is the last 2 to go through to the next round.
Agility, circular knockout.
Now we know that both of these dogs can make mistakes, but they both won through.
Neck and neck at the moment, Peter.
Absolutely even, absolutely level. Straight into the weave at exactly the same time. I think possibly the Poodle's just ahead, but the A-frame is a slower obstacle. Very hard to tell.
Oh, and it's going to be neck and neck
very,
here.
very close.
Who's going to get it? Oh, goodness gracious me.
Well, I think it's the Poodle. I think it was Paris. And it is.
Oh, and you were right, Peter.
My word, I know we can take a look at that finish. Just look at this. Just
Yes,
through.
you were
My,
right. Goodness.
That was close. Ian Armstrong and Paris just won it. I'm glad I got that right. It's not
Well,
often I'm right, but here I am. Right
Peter, you were brave enough to call it and I wasn't, so.
So Kate Sutton against Odette Foster. Fenn versus Minor.
And this is what Jack Russell Odette
Jack
keeps
Russell
going through.
against Fenn the Pomeranian. And we know this Pom is quick. No faults either way.
No sign of him
Where are
slowing
we?
down though either. His
And
third
the Jack-
round.
Yes, it's going to be the Pom. Clear round. We've seen quite a few faults during the course of this competition. That was a good clear round. So the Pom, Fenn, Kate Sutton from London, they go through. Odette Foster goes out.
So the Pom's through to the final.
They are through to the final. Fenn will take part in the final, and the winner of this heat, this semi-final, will go into the final to join them. Ian Armstrong with Paris near side. Wendy Fassam with Cruz, the Jack Russell, on the far side.
And Wendy's just got a slight lead at the moment, but I think this is going to be close again, Peter.
Well, they got a fault in the last round, but still won through. It is close, but I think that Wendy's just ahead, because that A-frame is slower.
Yep, you're right.
Yes, they're through. It is. It's going to be the Jack. If they've not made a mistake, Jack Russell's through. So Ian Armstrong and Paris go out. Wendy Fassam and Cruz go through. And the music stopped. The dogs are ready. Wendy Fassam and Cruz near side. Jack Russell, Kate Sutton, Fenn, Pomeranian far side. This is the final.
My money's on the Pom then.
I'm not going to argue with you. I think the Pom seems to be the most accurate dog we've seen in the competition, and they're going on the slower side of the course first, and the dogs are dead level.
Has he got the legs for it though? That's what we're asking ourselves.
Well, he hasn't got the legs for it. They're too short, but he might have the speed. Actually,
Come on.
I think we're both wrong. You know, we're both wrong.
Come on!
Oh, the Jack's won it. The Jack has won it.
Well done.
Natasha
Absolutely fantastic.
Points to Wendy Fassam and Cruz. This little 6-year-old beats Fenn the Pom, Kate Sutton, this 8-year-old, by merely a nose, I would say. Well, it's a little bit more than that, but what a good competition.